Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Wes, and this will be my first YouTube video. We've had a pretty mild winter here in northwest PA, and stretch of dry weather is letting us inject manure from our storage pit. Right here I'm just getting the white 135 started up, warmed up, and getting ready to pump manure over from our pit into the tanker. I usually set the RPMs around 1200 before I start the PTO, and then I slowly engage the PTO so not to shear any pins. And once I get it pumping, I go ahead and bump up the RPMs to 1500, 1600. We got an 8-inch pipe going to our tanker, and it takes probably 2 to 3 minutes, I would say, to fill the entire tank. Not long at all. This pit's already been agitated, meaning that I stirred it to get all the sand and sediment suspended in the actual liquid, so it's not just water. It's a good mixture of the sand and manure and everything else. Here we're just getting ready to leave the yard. Got an 8310R pulling the Hool 5800. It holds close to 6,000 gallons of manure. Just getting the key turned on, letting everything start up, setting the air. These tractors have so much glass that if you don't turn the air on, it'll literally roast you out of the cab. Here's a view from behind. You can see the hydraulic hoses. I've got each set does something. Raise and lower your injector bar, the valve to agitate the tank or to inject. We got the distribution pump and the steering. The steering is for the front set of tires and the rear set of tires on that tanker. They actually turn with the tractor to allow you to go around tight turns when you have a full load on. The injection bar that's on the back of our whole tank is a Zoski. It came in pieces, and we assembled it all and put it on the back of our tanker. It works very well. Here you can see me lowering the injection bar down into the field. The manure comes down through that red pipe, and there's a disc ahead of that red pipe that cuts a slot into the ground that the manure can travel down into, and then the 2 side discs cover it back up with dirt. In this picture you can see the distribution pump with the hydraulic hoses going to a motor above it. Each one of those tubes gets the same amount of manure to it because of that distribution pump. That way one tube doesn't get more than the others. So the main reason we moved to injecting from just broadcast spreading on top of the ground is, for one, it doesn't smell at all. When you put it broadcasted on, you could smell it downwind, and this you don't smell at all once the dirt covers it up. You don't lose any of the nutrients through volatilization, and that just reduces the amount of nitrogen that we have to purchase later and put on, because we're keeping all our nutrients in the ground. This here is just showing the level of fluid going down as I'm injecting it in the field. This is obviously sped up a little bit. Here's just a front view of the tractor. This is our only tractor with independent front suspension, and the ride quality is definitely superior to a straight axle. You can't really see it as much here, but you could run through a ditch and you would not feel it in the cab. It dampens it very well. Here's just another shot of injecting before I leave the field. And from here we're just gonna head back to the yard. Here's some different shots of that. Alright, so you've got a pretty good view of the tanker behind us here, and you can see how wide those trailer tires are. When you're spreading manure, injecting manure in fields, you want as large a footprint as possible so that you do not compact the soil. Crops do not grow well in compacted soil. The water lays on top of it. It doesn't drain right. It's just not good all around, so we try to get the widest tires we can, and that's why the tractor also has duals on it, so that you're spreading that weight out over multiple surfaces. Alright, here we're just getting backed in under the pump so we can grab another load. Having this storage pit has been a huge help in that we don't have to spread when the weather is not ideal. You don't want to go out there when the fields are wet. You'll be rutting them up and compacting the soil, and this gives us the flexibility to spread when the weather's nice. That just about wraps up this video. Thanks for watching, everybody, and check back with the channel for more uploads if this is what you're interested in seeing. Any questions you can leave in the comments down below, and I will try to get back and answer what I can. Thanks.